Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marnice Nicole and I'm an acrylic painter, and this is Meet the Artist number 11. My 2020 check-in, because I've been missing, but I'm back. And I want to talk about what I love about painting. And there's a few things. Firstly, there are a few things I love to paint, and then there are a few things I love about the actual painting process. I'm going to start with the painting process first. Number one, I absolutely love that I can zone out and create something that is physical. You know, when I have done creative work before, it has been acting, it has been music, it has been kind of initiatives that you created with your voice or with your instrument, but it's kind of fleeting in the fact that once you've played it, you've played it. It's not like I was any type of recording artist. I was in a choir. We performed, or I would do soprano stuff. But with paintings, they're still here. They are here and they are not going anywhere, basically. So I like that I have something to pass down, to share with people, to be remembered by. I feel like when you create art, you kind of create your own little magic. It's telling a story, it's telling a perspective, and it's really sharing a little bit of you each time. I paint these kind of scenic moments where it's something captured, and I always just imagine that somewhere the painting is telling the finished story. So I know it's weird and it's odd, but it's something I really enjoy about art. And so another thing I love about art is that it's a shareable pastime. The reason I actually got into art so well is because I wanted to document my process and share it with everyone. That is the best part to me, that I can share my progress, I can share my thinking. A lot of the time I did creative stuff, again, it was kind of solitary. I learned a song, sang the song. I learned a song with an instrument, I sang the song with the instrument. Made poetry, shared the poetry, nothing else. So this is something that is shareable, especially the way I'm doing it with this process, with these artist diaries, with my website, with selling them and sharing them with people that way. It's very shareable, and I'm a very social person, but like also an introvert, so I'm like the perfect Aquarius. Like I'm a people person who hates people, so I'm by myself a lot, but when I'm with other people I like to talk. So that just plays in well with my personality, and it helps me to share what I'm feeling to everyone. Things I love to paint, however, have differed wildly since I started painting. When I first started painting, I started painting hair type pieces. It's something I love to paint, especially African American hair. This was based off of something I do all the time, although I've never had as volumized puffs as she has, but this is a typical hairstyle for me, and so I loved painting hair. I love painting with colors. Things like this. This is Little Lady is a 10 by 10, and I absolutely love this color story, although I don't tend to paint like this anymore. This was mostly color, and then I went back in later to outline the girl, make a girl and make a figure, but color is one thing I love about painting. And finally, I love painting clothes and scenes. So oceans, forests, places I would never go and don't go because I am the citiest of citiest girls, but there's something peaceful about painting a scenic scene. Even if I'm not personally going to a cabin in the woods that's on the long side of a beach so that I could be there myself, I get to paint that, and I can experience it that way without like the sand in my shoe or the dirt, or even how I painted her with high heel boots on. You can't wear that in the ocean, so like I'll keep this here. But I do like to paint clothes. I was one of those people who absolutely loved Jane by Design, which was an ABC show, ABC Family. And they had the main character, Jane, who snuck off from high school to be an executive assistant at a fashion house. It was basically the Devil Wears Prada before Devil Wears Prada. Or if you really remember back in the day, Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, another executive assistant gig taken up by a high schooler who no one knew. and so got to work in fashion. That was my dream as like a high schooler. I was going to run away to New York and just work in fashion industry and make clothes and be an executive assistant. That's not where we ended up. We ended up in insurance, but like there was a subtle dream for something like this. And I love clothes. I love making outfits. I love fun accessories. Check the hair things. I love loud lipstick. Anyway, I love clothes. I love scenics. So being able to combine kind of all of those passions, clothes and scenery and figures. I love to paint figures, especially if they are Black African American figures, because as I said before, I didn't really have anyone to look up to in art when I was following art, like with the classics. I mean, you know, there was no Mona Lisa for me to kind of identify with, and so I kind of want to paint that in my own little colorful, fashion-esque, landscapey way. So there's this, and so I love to paint those things, and I love to paint that way, and so art has just been my thing until 2019, which is my lost year. That's what we're calling that. So I wanted to share that I had a goal to actually just consistently create. I made myself struggle last year. When I wanted to create, I did not. And when I didn't want to create, I did. I put myself on these schedules that weren't accommodating. I tried to force myself to edit videos and make videos just to say that I was doing it. And it made it into a job that I did not want it to be. Art shows are fun to participate in, but not if they're constant and work. Painting and selling them is fun, and also you love extra income, but like not if it's becoming a job, because I have a job that takes a lot of my focus, and it also takes a lot of my passions as well. Like I love my work and helping people the way that I get to help them. So this is supposed to be fun, creative outlet for me, wherein I'm not as creative at work, but it's not supposed to be something that is becoming like militant. I think I'm older now. I'm a year older, yeah. I'm 29, and I have a career that I love and I'm passionate about that I'm not leaving. I don't want to make this a full-time job, and I really appreciate and understand like creators like Hollow, the nail professional girl. I love her channel. She has a government job, and then she does YouTube, and I want to aspire to that. Like have my career and also have this fun outlet, and so there's that. Some things remain the same. I still love painting with acrylic paints. Last year I tried oil painting for the first and only time and I tried to really get into watercolors, and those are mediums that just did not work out for me. And it was also part of the reason why the lost year happened, because I was trying to diversify myself and do marker art and do oil painting and watercolors and play with gouache, and those aren't things that I actually really loved. I was just kind of forcing myself to do, and so this year I don't want to do that. I want to do what I love. If I'm interested in trying out a new medium, try it, but don't feel forced to expand expand the bubble. The bubble is fine. And some things are still the same in that I still love painting on bigger canvases versus smaller canvases. I actually have two huge canvases. This one right here is 24 by 36. No, 36 by 40. It's big. It's big. I have another one over here. This one is 30 by 40. But still, I like painting the bigger the better. It's kind of been my thing the last few years. And so that's fun. I still kind of like making YouTube videos. And so I think being able to marinate on what I like and keep my goals casual for this year will be the best for me. I need to rediscover if my art style is still my art style. I've been playing around with different concepts that I talk about in my artist diaries and painting different ways and painting repetitively. And I just need to know what I like. I want my art to make a lasting impression on other people, but I need my painting style to also make a lasting impression on me. And so this was not the most fun and upbeat artist check-in for 2020, but since I'm coming from the lost years, and I am like getting my footing back. I think it's important to share this aspect of the artist struggle, because when you're a creative, sometimes your high are really high and then your lows are really low. And Ashley Longshore said that. I'm still on the Ashley Longshore kick. I absolutely love her, and so I really stand by that advice, because my lows were really low, and so trying to get back up to high is going to take a little bit. But I think it's important for other artists or hobbyists or art enthusiasts to see, you know, it's not always peaches, and sometimes you have to kind of remake everything. So anyway, my name is Marnice Nicole, and this was my kind of beginning of the year check-in. 2020 will hopefully be better than the last year or so. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. Bye.